President Trump ordering a review of Oregon's federal funding as Antifa chaos continues in Portland.
President Trump will end the radical left's reign of terror in Portland once and for all. The president has directed Secretary Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic terrorists. This is not peaceful protesting. This is left-wing anarchy.
Deputy ICE Director Madison Sheahan joining us now to react. And Madison, it's not just in Portland, also there in Chicago we've seen it. But with respect to protecting the ICE agents and facilities in Portland, your reaction?
Well, look, we've seen an increase of almost 1,000% of threats against our officers. Our job is to make sure that our property and people are protected, and we're going to make sure that we do that. President Trump has seen firsthand what we can do when we use all of government to make sure that we're protecting federal law enforcement officers from these violent protesters who continue to show up at our property, continue to impede in our ability to continue to make arrests. And we're seeing this all over the country. We're seeing it in Chicago. We're seeing it in Portland. I commend President Trump, Secretary Noem, and Secretary Hegseth for stepping up and putting our law enforcement officers first and making sure that they have the support that they need to be able to go out and do their jobs every day. And this is just one more action that President Trump has taken the lead on.
Madison, what do you say to Oregon's Governor Tina Kotek, who is trying to resist this federal assistance?
Well, look, we've obviously seen that she can't manage her own cities. We've seen that she allows lawlessness throughout the entire city of Portland. You know, when we call Portland Police Department to come and assist because we have violent protesters, half the time they don't even show up for our law enforcement officers, and it's our job to make sure our people are protected. Secretary Noem has taken that on firsthand. President Trump sees the value in making sure we use all of government. And, you know, if a governor chooses not to protect her people, chooses not to put law and order first, I think that's a prime example of somebody who chooses illegal criminal aliens over their own people.
Madison, you mentioned in Illinois those protests erupting outside that Broadview ICE facility, and you mentioned Secretary Noem. She actually was blocked from even entering City Hall after visiting the town's ICE facility. Listen here to how that went down.
Can we use the restrooms? No, you cannot.
We can? Okay. All right. Thank you. Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation in keeping people safe.
And to her point, Pritzker posting this on X, saying Secretary Noem should no longer be able to step foot inside the state of Illinois without any form of public accountability. Last time when the secretary was here, she snuck in during the early morning to film social media videos and fled before sunrise. Your reaction?
Well, look, Secretary Noem has gone out and proven to the law enforcement officers of ICE, of CBP, and the other federal equities that she's going to go on the ground. She's going to see you do your job firsthand, and she is going to lead from the front. This is why our law enforcement officers have a high level of respect for Secretary Noem and the work that she does, because she puts our officers first. She goes out and sees what their day-to-day is like. She does the job with them, and I commend her for her want and ability to go out and do that. And it's truly honorable that she's willing to go out and have these hard conversations. Governor Pritzker, it doesn't matter what he says, he's never going to show up. He's never going to get out in the field. He's never going to watch our officers take rapists, murderers, and gang members off the street like Secretary Noem does. So he can continue to criticize the men and women of ICE, but we are the ones keeping his community safe because he chooses not to.
Well, it's interesting because I had the privilege of riding along with you on day one of Operation Midway Blitz. And one of the first illegal criminal aliens we arrested was convicted of raping a child under 13. It's unbelievable that Governor Pritzker continues to double down. Before we run out of time, Madison, I do want to ask you about one more thing, and that is this illegal alien that was a Des Moines school superintendent. Ian Roberts is his name, and we're learning that there's much more to his criminal history background, which included previous firearms charges and even narcotics. What can you tell us?
Well, this is a criminally illegal alien who had an arrest record already, had been deported once already. This is somebody who tried to attempt and get a green card on multiple occasions and was denied because of possession of firearms and other issues. And now this is somebody who has fraudulently become a superintendent at a school that are teaching our young people. These are not the types of people that we want out interacting with our children every day. This is a prime example. We've been working with the state of Iowa and the governor's office to make sure that they have all the information that they need to be able to make strong decisions throughout this process, and really commend Governor Reynolds for her leadership on this as we work beside her and her state. And this is a great example of what happens when ICE is able to work together with state and local law enforcement.
Yeah, and to credit to the Des Moines board chair, he said that Roberts should have never been hired. Deputy ICE Director Madison Sheahan, thank you for taking time today.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.